Are you traveling to the Philippines anytime soon and you would like to know how to complete the e-travel online registration form? If you're a foreign passport holder and you want to know more how to go about this mandatory registration form to the Philippines, watch this English video and find out. Hi, travelers! Welcome back to Jamie Iris Talk TV today. Let me share to you and guide you on how to complete the e-travel. Now, what is e-travel? Who needs to complete this? When do you need to complete this? Do you need any documents to upload on this website? Now, these are just some of the questions that we will answer in this video. But before that, I simply want to say welcome back to all our subscribers. And if this is your first time to join us in this channel, I simply want to say welcome and grab this opportunity to invite you to subscribe to my channel so that you'll get updated every time we have a new video, whether it's about travel, protocols, guidelines, current events, and other informative video that I will prepare simply just for all of you. You may also follow me from my other social media accounts such as the FB page for Jamie Aries Talk TV and my TikTok account. Now let us just start and let me tell you more about the e-travel online registration form. As a foreign passport holder, and you will be flying and entering the Philippines, then you are required to complete this mandatory online registration form for all travelers entering the Philippines. Just like what I've said, so you and all the Filipinos who are flying or who might be flying or sailing to the Philippines. Now, how about the age for the people who are required to complete this e-travel? Now, everyone, when we talk about everyone, it means from infant to the senior citizens or the elderly, all are required to complete the e-travel online registration form. Parents and guardians, you are the one responsible to complete or help complete the e-travel registration of your minors. And of course, for the children as well as grandchildren, for any elderly grandparents that you may have in case they may need your assistance, please ensure to assist them. However, there are some senior citizens or elderly who are more than capable to do their own e-travel registration form. But in case if they need help, please be there for them. And looking forward that this video guide or tutorial video will help you guide them. The second question is when? When do you need to complete this? So some of you would like to prepare, like some of the subscribers that I just read their comment, they want to prepare the online registration form way in advance. However, for e-travel, they only provide two options on when you could actually complete this. Number one, or option number one, will be within 72 hours before your flight. So if you register like way ahead, like 1 month before, 3 weeks, or 2 weeks, even 1 week before, the system will not yet be open for the date of your departure. So it has only limited time and they blocked off any date that is way in advance for your departure date. So for example, when we talk about within 72 hours, they're not really time sensitive, but it's more on date sensitive. If you will be flying, for example, on December 30. So it means that you may actually complete the e-travel online registration form at least by December 27, at least 3 days before your flight. And then the system will already be open. What else? So the second option will be upon arrival at the Philippine International Airport or seaport. So that's the only time that you can complete it. Now, my suggestion will be kindly complete it if you can within 72 hours before your flight. As long as it's before your flight, it could be within 48 hours, 24 hours, that's fine. As long as before your flight, because again, once you arrive in the Philippines, if you don't have any postpaid phone line, then tendency you will have to rely on the free internet available in the Philippine airport. Now, because a lot of people will be also traveling on the same day from different airlines, so there could be a possibility that the internet data available will not be as strong as because of the number of people using it at the same time. So, better complete it prior your flight to the Philippines. So that is when you can complete the e-travel online registration form. Now, before completing this, make sure that you prepare the following: your passport, your flight details, your vaccination certificate, or your card. Now, the e-travel online registration form, great news, is much easier and faster to complete. Estimate completion time will be around 10 to 20 minutes only, as long as you have all those documents mentioned with you once you're completing it. And there's no challenges when it comes to either the website or the internet line that you will be using on the day of your registration. Now, there are 5 steps to complete. So actually, it's just 4 steps. And then the fifth one will just simply be an opportunity for you to check if all the inputted data or information are all correct. And we'll go through each steps later. And of course, after the registration, this is the QR code that you are expected to receive. Now, only one from this QR code. So Jamie, which one will I receive? Will it be the green or the red? What's the difference between a green and a red QR code? Now, that's something that I will answer later at the latter part of this video. Now, let us begin the online registration tutorial. Now, welcome to the website of eTravel. Yes, you heard me right. It's not an application, it is a website, and the eTravel only has one website. When you register, this is for free, no payment at all. Be careful with the fraudulent or scam websites that will ask you for personal information and ask for your payment or your card details. Please do not give anything because, again, eTravel registration is for free. So please log on to https://etravel.gov.ph and you will see this landing page. Now, this landing page will actually ask you to initially register. So it means that you have to choose between the following. On the homepage, you can see that they mentioned that this is the Philippine One-Stop Electronic Travel Declaration System. Now, as you can see from the homepage, this is the Philippine One-Stop Electronic Travel Declaration System. Now, the Philippine One-Stop Electronic Travel Declaration System is an endeavor of the government to ensure that all the different government departments that may need your information as a traveler as you enter the Philippines may be collated only through one form, and you don't need to complete several online registration because they will be needing the same information from you. Now, on this homepage, now it mentions register, and you simply have to choose a foreign passport holder as your passport type. And then choose the transportation type between air or sea. If you had flown by air, please kindly choose it from the drop-down menu. And then choose the date of your arrival. Again, your date of arrival in the Philippines and not in the layover country. And again, in the Philippines, I mean in the international airport of the Philippines and not in your domestic airport. Now, there are some questions asked, and I mentioned already the answers to you that you can only choose the date of arrival that is available on the calendar of the e-travel. So if you register way ahead of 3 days, you might not be able to click, you might not be able to press or choose the date of arrival of your flight simply because it's way too advanced of the allowed window of registration that eTravel had allotted for travelers like you. After this, please enter your email. Now, please make sure that the email address that you will be providing will be active, accessible, and you know the password. And then re-enter your email. After that, please place a check mark inside the box of the data privacy and affidavit of undertaking. Now, once you have place a check mark, this will now pop up from the screen. Number one, it simply tells you that once you click yes, you are affirming that all the information that you will be giving on this form will be true, complete, and accurate. And you are fully aware that you can be held criminally liable for misdeclaration or intentional omission made in completing this form. Number two, you are authorizing the different departments of the government here in the Philippines to collect and process the data indicated on this form for the purpose of effecting control of the COVID-19 infection and for the advanced information arrival purposes. And you may also click the blue link named privacy notice here, and then you can read what they want you to know. Now, once you have read it, please go back and click yes, I agree. And it will prompt you back to this page. Now, once you're on this page, please click continue. And then I want to show you this is the completed form with all the information for a foreign passport holder traveling by an airplane arriving in the Philippines on December 29, 2022, the email address, and of course, clicking the affidavit of undertaking and data privacy agreement. And then click continue. And once you click continue, welcome to step number one of the e-travel, which is the personal profile. Now, for the personal profile, please complete your first name, your middle name, if you have any. If none, please just simply skip it and proceed to completing your last name. Suffix is also optional. Passport number, and then your gender. This is the example that we have of a completed personal profile. And of course, for the second part of the personal profile, please complete your birth date, your citizenship, your country of birth, and your mobile number. And please don't forget your occupation as well before the mobile number. Now, if your occupation is not written from the choices, you can always choose others. Now, for the mobile number, great news, you can choose your mobile number from the country where you will be flying from. And then after that, click next. And we're done with step number one, and we will complete the very short permanent address, step number two. Now, step number two, you only have to complete 3 boxes. Number one, the country of your permanent address. If it's, of course, overseas, please choose from the countries on the list, and then your house number, building, city, state, or province. And last but not the least is your address line. Now, for your permanent country of residence, please choose your country. Choose the country from the list, your house number, building, city, state, and province, and of course, your address line. And that completes the step number 2. It is fast, isn't it? Now, step number 3, travel details. Now, for the travel details, let's complete the date of arrival. Now, for your date of arrival, this is what you had chosen at the initial phase of the registration. Now, let's move to the next one. The country of origin. Please choose for both direct flights and for those who have layover flights, that this means that this is the country where you originally departed from. So if you'll be flying from the USA, then please ensure you choose the USA, even if you have a layover flight, let us just say, for example, in Qatar. Next one will be the purpose of your travel. So is it for holiday, business, education, or convention? So again, there are a number of lists of different purposes, and you can simply just choose which one is your purpose for traveling in the Philippines. Now, the next one will be the flight number. Now, please ensure to remember for the flight number. Now, this must be the flight number of your flight from your layover country. And you will have to choose the flight number and airline name from the country of your connecting flight that will fly directly to the Philippines. Like, for example, even if you have a layover, then you simply have to choose from your layover country, then the flight that you will be straight or directly flying to the Philippines, then that's the flight that you will choose. Now, for this example, this is a direct flight from San Francisco to the Philippines. So it's easy, right? So that's PR105. And then automatically the name of the airline and the airport of the arrival will be automatically displayed, meaning the system will be the one to choose it for you, as you can see. But please still double check in case there are changes that is mentioned on your itinerary, or there is an email update from the airlines that mentioned that instead of Terminal 1, it will become Terminal 2 or 3. And then you simply have to manually change it. So that's it for a direct flight. Now, same thing with a connecting flight, just like what was mentioned. For example, it is a flight with Qatar Airways. So from the US, stop over in Qatar. And then after that, your flight number will become QR924. Then automatically the name of the airline will become Qatar Airways. And then the airport of arrival will become NAIA Terminal 1. So looking forward that this helped you, because a lot of travelers are always confused regarding this information or this part of the registration. Now, seat and bed number, you can skip this because this is optional unless you already had registered online for your flight. And last but not the least will be the traveler type. Now, this means, of course, since you'll be traveling by air, you can choose between aircraft passenger or crew member. And for this example, let's choose aircraft passenger. And then click next, and we're done with step number 3, the travel details. Now, welcome to step number 4, the health declaration. Now, this is the part wherein you will inform them if you're fully vaccinated or unvaccinated. Now, if you're unvaccinated, let's start with the unvaccinated first. Now, you can actually see after the first 2 boxes that ask for your COVID-19 vaccine, since you're unvaccinated, you have to answer the question below the 2 boxes. Do you have a negative antigen test taken within 24 hours prior to departure from your port of origin? Now, if you had taken your COVID-19 testing prior to flight, so you should have it upon registration, so please click yes. Now, if, for example, you decided that I would want to have my rapid antigen test upon arrival in the airport in the Philippines, now, of course, your answer will be no. But again, everyone, as I discussed from my other video, my suggestion, if you can get a negative test result prior flying, that will be better. Why? Because once you arrive in the Philippines, God forbid, when you had your COVID-19 test taken and if the result will be positive, then it means, depends on the severity, you will actually be quarantined in a hotel. The length of the quarantine, just like what I've said, will depend on the severity of the detected COVID-19. So once again, if you can complete it prior boarding or your flight to the Philippines, that will be for your advantage. So that is for the unvaccinated. So after that unvaccinated, you will have to proceed with the next step, which I'll discuss after I give the examples for the fully vaccinated. Now, for the unvaccinated, now you have to choose the information that will be relevant for your COVID-19 test. Were you able to take your rapid antigen test within 24 hours prior departure from your port of origin? If your answer is yes, please click yes. If your answer is no, please click no. There will be no need to upload any documents. However, upon arrival in the Philippines, you will be asked to go through manual validation so that they can take a look at your documentation. Now, let's take a look again at the fully vaccinated tab. Now, now for the fully vaccinated, please ensure to input your COVID-19 vaccination date as well as the brand of vaccine that you've got for your first dose. And if it's a two-dose series, automatically, what will happen is there will be a question that will pop up and will ask you if you already had also your second dose of vaccine. So this is the example. And do not worry because the question that was asked for the unvaccinated will not be asked from you because you are already fully vaccinated. Now, the details for the booster is no longer asked because what will be considered is if you're fully vaccinated with or without any booster, then definitely you can enter the Philippines already. So they only captured the two doses of your vaccination or your one dose series. Now, after this, you simply have to complete, but this is optional. The countries you worked, visited, and transited in the last 30 days. So if you flew from the United States of America and you have a straight flight from the Philippine Airlines, then it's just United States of America. However, if you will be flying with Qatar Airways, then you were from the United States of America, choose that. And then since you also transited in Qatar, so please just click add and then choose Qatar. Now, after this, now answer the next one. History of exposure to known probable and or confirmed COVID-19 case 14 days before the onset of signs and symptoms or if asymptomatic 14 days before swabbing or specimen collection or any knowledge of being exposed to a person diagnosed with monkeypox. If your answer is no, please choose no. And have you been sick in the past few days? If you're strong and healthy, just click no. And after this, we are done for step number 4, and you can click next to step number 5. That is the summary. Yes, for the summary, you will be reviewing all your answers from step number 1 to step number 2 so that at least if you need to change and update it, just in case you made any typographical error, then you may do so. So if you're done with this page, just scroll down and you'll see all the steps, all the information you have given for steps number 1 to 4. And at the end, of course, if you're happy and you know that everything is correct, please click submit. And once you click submit, as the registration is loading, you will see, congratulations, you have successfully submitted your details. And after that, you'll see the green QR code for the fully vaccinated travelers. So, how can you capture this QR code? Now, you have three ways. Number one, through a screenshot, the most recommended among the three. Number two, you can download it. I'll show you how in a little while. And you can also check your email. Now, the only thing with the email, it's not consistent that all travelers are receiving the QR code from their email. Some do, some do not. And then it happened to me too. I received one time and then the rest, I did not receive any email at all. So the best part will be, please take a screenshot. Now, just in case you want to download, this is how it will look like. Once you click the download button, you will actually see file downloaded. See from this video, there is a download button and you can simply download it. And once you download it, you can see file downloaded. Click open and you will see it from your phone's gallery. Now that you have the QR code, the question is, Jamie, which one will I receive? Will it be the green or will it be the red? Okay, so the green QR code will be for fully vaccinated travelers, while the red QR code usually will be the QR code that unvaccinated and partially vaccinated travelers will receive, because green stands for you are entitled for the express lane, and then for red, it means that you will have to undergo the manual verification of our BOQ personnel. Now, these are the meanings of what we call the QR code, green and red. Should you have some more questions, please let me know and drop it down on our comment boxes. Now, before we end this video, I simply want to remind everyone, travelers, please ensure that you have with you the following when you travel: the hard copy of your vaccination card and certificate, of course, the e-travel QR code, and of course, all other travel documents that are relevant for your entry to the Philippines. So with that, I look forward that this video had been very helpful for you. So I'm inviting you to please click like and share this video to other travelers who may also need help and further information about e-travel. I'm also inviting you to please subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you'll always get updated every time we have a new video for you. And follow me on my FB page, that's also Jamey Aris Talk TV, and my TikTok account too. So with that, everyone, I simply want to say thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in my next video. Always remember, may God bless you, stay safe, and stay healthy. Thank you.